Hello.
Hello.
Are we going to get video on your side? Yes, good. Okay, so I'm glad Transitioner and MetaCurrency people are going to be joining us at Movement Camp on Sunday. We're a few days away, and I've got a lot of work to do still. If you
Yes.
hear a siren in the background, those are the men in the white suits coming for me. So, just so you know.
Just surrender, Michael. It
Yes.
will all be good.
So, where shall we begin?
Well, we were having a interesting conversation around the potential there is for the different sectors of society to get together for these kind of conversations around the platforms we need for climate change, about what is that it's required for the empowerment of civil society to actually be able to act in a more, collective, intelligent way.
Maybe we can give a little background on MetaCurrency and how you got involved with that to begin with, so that people know a little bit about you, and then I'll say something about why I'm here too. It's just this is the first time for all of us.
Sure. Yes. 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 Well, in MetaCurrency, the way I came to be into that project is as part of an evolution in my own life. First, I was collaborating with Money, and then Open Money went into a different path, and we kind of identified that there was more than tradable currencies out there, and we wanted to expand and come into seeing what was the right platform for currencies to acknowledge all kinds of wealth, so tradable, measurable, acknowledgeable wealth. And MetaCurrency is that low-level infrastructure to make that possible. So it was a natural step, really. So more than a choice, it was something that it was built in consensus, and then saying, oh, we're called MetaCurrency. Yeah, magic. Let's do that. So right now I'm in there, and also contributing to the building of the Flow Place, which is it uses some of the principles of MetaCurrency, the open rules principle. So it's a platform from any community to be able to generate wealth through free currencies. So you'll be able to generate your own currency, place the rules of the currency, change them as you go and as you try it with your own community. So it's like an information systems for multiple currencies. So that's where I am now. And I'm very interested in different kinds of applications for free currencies to currencies in various contexts. And of course, climate change is a very important one.
So you and I share a lot of friends and also a lot of language and ideas, and there's some difference of language too. You're up there in Mexico, I'm down here in Chicago, right? And
Right.
one of the things I hear in common is a making of the field visible, or there's a notion of invisible architecture and making that visible too.
Right.
And that's always been important to me. And as we see many people here who are going to be gathering for Movement Camp, um, it, some of them already have platforms. Some
Yeah.
are trying to use platforms, and we want to make sure that we get, this is not just going to be an event for platform geeks and people to figure out how to draw people to your platform, but how we can make these platforms work together and see the broader field. And the future of interoperability is one of my goals. And so the big question for me is, how do we begin with social clarity about all our efforts? And this is not just for us, it's for everybody.
Conversation.
Yes.
Yes, it's conversation. It's allowing ourselves the spaces and the right architectures, because you spoke about invisible architectures, right? So if you go just online and don't speak about the right architectures, then, our conversations are going to be very interesting, but they're not going anywhere. Difficult to trace the ripples of a conversation. Yet, if we do get aware of what is the architectures, and we might, maybe Movement Camp is the beginning of a larger series of conversations for enabling this interoperability dream to happen, because it's not only your dream, Michael. I think it's something that will allow us to definitely co-create. And this is a social edge for everyone in the world right now. So that's a very large question.
Well, one of the themes that we've arrived at, and that it's been embraced by Tim and Coalition of the Willing, is open stewardship. And yes, we want this thing to continue, but we don't want it to just be ours. We want to make sure that others recognize that we don't claim this as just ours. We claim this as a shared space, and we invite others to shared and open stewardship in this space. And how do we work to advance the field together? And which field are we talking about? Because we see these fields a little bit differently, and there's a space between the fields too.
Right. Yes, and at the same time, you want to do that open stewardship, but you do need leadership, because then when the responsibility is from everyone, it might fall into being of no one, right? So then things do not move and don't go anywhere. So what is the right leadership that will allow kind of a service for these conversations and I don't know, fields to weave together and to find what is contributing to their own work and the common good. My perspective in the MetaCurrency part, and that's why we chose to speak about MetaCurrency and not the Flow Place as platform, is because MetaCurrency will allow for others to, by understanding what it is, it will allow others to implement things in their own platforms or even in their own lives, so that it will work for them and as well work for everybody else, I guess. So it's a very meta.
Do you have any expectations of things that MetaCurrency may learn from this engagement as a group or process? Because you have something to give us, certainly, but I certainly want to see give and take. So I just want to make sure that that's also in your mind of what are we drawing from this, so that we have mutual recognition. You can pause on that and we can think about it. You don't have to answer now. There's no pressure. But let's also, as MovementCamp is intended to be an ongoing series and place to stage our work together, this is our first conversation on these topics in this kind of space, and we're going to have more. So we don't have to do everything now, and we don't want to overwhelm people either.
No, but it's a very important question, because it's not that we're doing it because it's all altruistic and we want everyone in the world to benefit from our fruits. But actually, I think that MetaCurrency will definitely benefit from the energy and the input of people coming and having this wider conversation together. Because it's like when a tree has these beautiful fruits, but nobody comes and eats them. So it's kind of a sad tree in a way, And so we need that fresh energy inside, and these energy inputs will allow us to move from where we are right now. I think it's really important.
So we want more happy trees. That's one of our goals.
More happy trees.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. So let's draw this to a close, and we'll get this posted right away. So goodbye, everyone.
Good.
And I'll talk to you
Bye.
soon. Bye.
Yes. See you in MovementCamp. It will be an awesome day of being together and beginning the conversation. We really need you.
Thank you.
Yeah, again. We really need you.
Okay. Goodbye.
Bye.